Hello there. It's Karen and Breester. La Breestermeister. Hey Bree, say hello. And today we are experimenting with being stuck in the muck. We're on our paddleboard here. And I stopped paddling. I stopped directing. Ooh, we're floating again now. Maybe we're coming loose. But one of my favorite things to do on this board is just let go and drift and see what happens. See where the wind carries me, what little current there is, where that carries me. And just float and drift and reflect up here and look at the reflections in the water. I mean, there's always reflections, look at that gorgeous sky. Oh my gosh. I just want to be like a painter and capture that. And then of course, there's the reflection. I'll just share that for a moment. The beauty of nature's mirror. And there's the geese that have been congregating here near my boat, like a choir reunion. Oh my gosh, they've been honking so loudly. It's almost been annoying, but I always stop myself before I get annoyed at the sounds of nature and think, how lucky am I to be able to enjoy those sounds, even if they are coming on at a rather loud volume. Disturbing my peace. I'll have my peace disturbed by the sounds of nature any day. Now here comes the wind, and I'm beginning to float. Just a little bit, but I'd say we're still stuck in the muck. That looks like muck to me. Sort of swampish. There's a lot of kelp. And whatever other kind of marine growth is going on there. There's the hyacinth over there. The hyacinth is that green, kind of ivy-looking stuff. Sort of reminds me of clovers. It's so rich and green, bright green, verdant, And then there's what I call the bulrushes. I don't know what they're really called in real life. It reminds me a little bit of bamboo. It seems to grow no matter what, and I don't think you could kill it if you wanted to. And then there's actual trees, and this is what really gets me. These trees over here are growing in the water. Now, I know that there's soil under there. There are like mounds, mountainous mounds of soil under the water, like little islands in the middle of this slough, because this is all happening here in the middle of a slough. This is not technically the edge of the land right here. This is sort of it's the midway section down the middle. There's water on the other side. But anyway, all of this foliage grows in the water or grows out of dirt in the water. And then all this other floaty stuff that I call the muck or sludge is everywhere in this area. It moves around. It floats, like this huge chunk right here of green hyacinth may at some point just kind of detach and float right next to my boat, which is way over there. So it moves around, but tends to be kind of some stagnant growth. In any case, why do I share this? I share this because I feel my soul sort of tending toward the stuck in the muck feeling these days. That sense of like stagnant, haven't gotten out enough, muddy, mucky stagnancy. There isn't really too much of a poetic way to say it. And I have a couple of choices when I find myself feeling stuck in the muck. I can, first of all, I can offer myself what I just said and not skip over that too quick. I can offer myself a choice. Choices. Oof, I like that word. It feels really empowering and encouraging and inviting. Not like rah, let's have a party. Exciting, encouraging, but like hopeful and life-giving to know that I have a choice about what I do when I feel stuck in the muck. So my first choice could be something like what I'm doing right now. Pick up the phone, call someone. I'm connecting with you right now. I'm connecting with the outside world in the midst of feeling stuck in the muck. That feels good. That feels encouraging. I was just on the phone with Cassie, and we were sitting here stuck in the muck together. I'm not sure I even told her that I was stuck in the muck at the time, but we were just chatting, so I can actually reach out and not be alone. Another choice I have when I feel stuck in the muck is I can go where I can go. Like, I can take my soul and my body and I can go somewhere that is allowed, like out here, or for a walk, or to a different part of my boat. And just say, I'm going to move, I'm going to exercise my freedom of movement. I'm gonna put the clouds behind me. Here's something else I can do. I can look up. I can look up at the sky. Have you tried that? It's amazing. So I'm gonna lay down and look up at the sky for a moment. And this is what I'm seeing. Kind of an interesting cloud formation. And I'll sit back up and I can just try a different perspective for a while, doing something that I wouldn't normally think to do or take the time to do, looking up, laying on the ground. And another thing I can do is try paddling a little bit. Figuratively speaking, I can try taking my paddle, whatever that equivalent might be, doing something to unstick myself a bit. Whatever that thing is for us, we have that option of saying, I'm gonna do something that feels like nurturing, it feels like self-care, it feels life-giving. It doesn't have to be a be-all, end-all. It's certainly not gonna work for like forever, but I think it might give me some invigoration for a while or for a few minutes. And another thing I can do is just kind of observe, like, what's around me. What is around me right now that I wouldn't normally notice if I wasn't stuck? I have learned to be really curious when I let myself drift like this into the muck. I've learned to be curious about all the different colors of green and about what's swimming and floating under the surface, about what the kelp is like. I've even dug up a few of these things and taken a look at them. So just encouraging myself to be curious and really non-demanding, in a non-demanding way. Not like I have to start some new thing with that curiosity or be incredibly profound, but just a little bit, just whatever I'm able to do, whatever curiosity or whimsy or intrigue naturally wants to bubble up, maybe with a little extra help. I will resource that, bring that out of myself so that I can enjoy the surroundings that I'm in when I'm feeling like I am stuck. So, thanks for listening and watching. And it is my hope and wish that my friends and my family will find their own stuckness to be a place of some exploration and find some soothing elements in your own situations. We're all in this boat together. and I love you all. And I'm rooting for you and thinking of you. So know that we are not alone. We are not alone on this planet, on this watery blue planet. I'll just hold it in this spot for a moment. That's the other thing I can do. I almost forgot. I can breathe, really breathe. And it takes effort right now for me to really breathe. I have to talk to myself about it and then count while I'm breathing or show myself how to do it, because otherwise I find that I hold my breath a lot these days. So maybe you'd like to breathe with me for a moment. Of course, you're at choice about that, but I'm gonna breathe and I'm gonna imagine that you're breathing with me. I wonder if Bree is breathing. I don't think Bree has to have a lot of assistance in that area. What about that, Bree? Is that true? Are you a natural breather? Yeah. She's very alert right now. All right. Thanks for breathing with me or just hanging with me. Much love and greetings from the board, greetings from the boat. Thanks for reflecting with me.